Every now and then, I'd tell my daughter the story of the night some years ago. A night when the sky was radiant with shooting stars. That night, your father and I made countless wishes together. An asteroid called Ulysses came into Earth's orbit and disintegrated into millions of pieces, which poured down on the land below. As we watched the shooting stars that night, fragments from the asteroid rained down on our eastern neighbor, Slovakia, damaging a great deal of their infrastructure and devastating their economy. Soon after, the news reported that their nation had fallen into a civil war, one that would last for years. Eventually, the internal strife was brought to an end when the generals came into power. In the midst of hardship, the citizens of Slovakia were convinced that the only way they could recover as a nation was to rely on a military government led by these generals. Before long, they went so far as to invade our nation, the Republic of Ameria. Our military was forced to retreat to Kesid, an island far to the west. My husband, a fighter pilot, also hasn't come home since. I walk on. I am unable to think. All I can do is follow the others. Ever since we came to the twisted remains of my daughter's school bus, my soul has left me. I am empty. Some of our tanks are parked at the approach to the bridge.
There's a train still running on the other side of the river. She goes all the way out to the edge of the border. We've got to blast this bridge before the enemy gets a hold of it. So move it or lose it, people!
Here I see the wreckage of a jet that was shot down. On what's left of the nose, I can make out some writing. Melissa. It's my name. What a cruel twist of fate for me to see this. My pilot husband, who had left for work that day with the same loving look on his face as always. He had painted my name on his angel. I go into the crowd on the train and endure 2 weeks of pure hell before finally ending up at a refugee camp at the border. I don't know any of the names on the list. My compatriots, who have now become refugees, gather around a single radio to listen to the broadcast. Even though the station is broadcasting out of Grejsmeria, occupying forces have taken complete control of the airwaves. The enemy must have completely overtaken our capital, Grejsmeria.
And although newer parts of the city have suffered considerable damage, the castle and a significant section of the old quarter have escaped relatively unscathed.
The castle's okay.
However,
Thank God.
the announcer went on to say that our castle was robbed of countless antiquities that once were elaborately displayed in our castle. Stripped bare.
As the Slovakian military, it is our sworn duty to govern this crumbling nation and get it back on its feet, starting right here in Grejsmeria. I found a group of street children in front of the central station here, where the area has literally been reduced to a slum. step on up here, little girl. What do you have to say about all this?
Go dance with the angels, mister.
My ears were not deceiving me. That voice belonged to my daughter, Matilda.
I am Lieutenant Colonel Wojciech of the Slovakian Air Force. I arrived on a train to Grace-Maria. To my detriment, I sustained a leg injury in the early stages of the war, relegating me to ground duty. I am now working as an intelligence officer for the Air Force. The ceiling has collapsed in the central station. From there, the city appears resigned to its fate beneath the Slovakian flag. What a pitiful sight. But at least there are no craters to mar the land. They are lucky in that sense.
Dance with the angels.
There goes my spare clothing. They will not be so lucky with these documents. What a miserable city this must be, with their children in such a state. The fine works of art, once displayed in this castle, were completely gone before the occupation forces arrived. Even the ancient armor of the Golden King, the collective heart and soul of the city's people, along with the crown, have disappeared without a trace. I must relay this unfortunate information back to the generals in my country. They were quite fond of those antiquities.
Those bombers have passed through the mountains and are still on course for Vitoze. They're here. Head back to the base if you need supplies. You can land there at any time.
Takeoff complete. Good luck up there.
Garuda team, a formation of enemy bombers is on its way to Vitoze. Take them out.
Fight the good fight, troops. We're our only hope.
This territory is all we've got left. Garuda team, it's in your hands. We've got to intercept those bombers. Stay within range of the radar facility. That should give you the upper hand in battle.
Look at all that smoke.
They're under attack on the front line. Our air defense network won't last much longer. Where are the enemy bombers?
Shoot them down as soon as they come into view.
Talisman is locked on.
We'll do what we can to help them within radar range of us. Garuda team, have you located the enemy bombers? Loading safety off. Yeah, but they fired a missile at me.
Enemy bombers are approaching the city. Get on the scene immediately.
Let's move it now. Go get 'em.
Connecting ESM for Garuda 1.
Garuda 2 launched missile.
Target hit.
Lock on!
More enemy bombers incoming. There's quite a few this time.
Leave this to me. I'll smoke the rest of them.
Yes, that's another enemy.
Talisman is locked on.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
Garuda 1 launched missile.
This one's mine. And it hit.
Enemy bombers are almost to the city. Take them out as quickly as possible. Enemy plane in gun range. Connecting ESM for Garuda 1. Fourth enemy bomber confirmed down. Keep up the good work. Work with our radar facilities on the ground. They should be able to help you out. Bombers are still incoming. Stay sharp. Take out those bombers first and foremost. Don't worry about the escorts.
Enemy aircraft launched a missile.
Talisman is locked on. Garuda 1, ESM is active.
Enemy at 12 o'clock. Focus on the bombers.
I've got a lock. Bandit at my 12. Locking on. Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you.
Watch out for that missile, Garuda 1.
Second enemy bomber is down. Was that the last of them? Mark two! Mark two!
Enemy bombers are approaching the city. Intercept.
Power at the number 2 radar site. I don't care. It's all over until they fall.
A miss! That makes number 7.
Bomber number 8 confirmed down.
I'll take care of this one. Get over here quick. There's still a few more.
Ninth bomber down.
All enemy bombers have been eliminated. We somehow plucked every last one of them.
Enemy bomber formation is confirmed down. I have to say you handled things well.
Hoping all that praise on us has got me a little too red in the face to go back home.
Roger that, Avalanche. I'll just report you as gunned down and missing in action.
That's pretty harsh, Ghost Eye.
All planes, it's time to get on home now. Try and make it back for supper.